When I retired from working in 2012, um, I used to always have my friends text, call me, whatever, and they say, "Who's playing in town tonight?" And I'm like, "Dude, like, do you think I'm some oracle or something? Like, how would I know? You know,
Right.
like I know some of my friends who are playing, but like I don't know where everybody is." And I started thinking about it afterward. And Trevor Lamas, a very, very dear family friend, uh, he used to work for Sony Records. When I retired, he said, find something that you love to do now. Because at the time I was like 55.
That was actually my next question. Yeah, you're 55
Yeah.
when you retired. Yeah. Okay.
And he said, like, you know, like your life's not over. You're not the kind of guy who just sit there on the couch and watch TV all day, although sometimes I am. He said, find something you love to do. And he says, you're passionate about music, so why not get into the music thing? So anyways, like all my friends are asking me who's playing where, blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking, you know, you can go on eBay, and if you need a certain size bolt, punch it in, bam, there it is, you know.
Mm.
And I thought, like, why? And I did some research, and there's some people in the city that were kind of half-assed doing this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like the dates would be out of date and stuff like that.
Mm.
So I thought, well, why don't I try to put this in a play? And so I created a website of my own, and it wasn't too long before I realized, okay, that GoDaddy website for this kind of thing is just not going to fly.
Right.
Now it's like the drum thing. Now we've gotten on a road where it's just going to become more costly and bigger as time goes on. I said to Barb, like, oh, do we want to go down this road?
Right.
And she said, sure, why not? Like, this is what you love to do. So there we go.
All right.
Now we're here. We've got a bigger site. We've got apps. We have
So talk
banners.
about what Allstage is and what you guys do.
Okay, we promote bands, venues, live events, and we have affiliates like the PA Shop, Charterhouse Records, people in the music scene here in London.
Mm-hmm.
I give them a place to put their business on my page, and as time goes on, you evolve. So like at first it was like I only listed gigs by paid members, and it was like a whole $30 a year. So like
Right.
I'm not getting rich off this.
Right.
And then as time kind of went on, it's like, okay, how about we just, and this year I've really dug in to start doing this. Why don't we list the events by venues across the city to the most part that we can? Because a lot of venues, like if you look up who's playing where on their pages,
They're really bad at it.
yeah, they're not, most of them are really good.
And by the way, that's across the board. Like that's every city. That's Windsor. That's London. That's Toronto. That's all the cities. They're like bar owners are busy being bar owners.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and so this year I've kind of taken a bit of if you want to be promoted across the social platform that's like LinkedIn, Twitter, and like we have over 16,000 followers, Facebook, yada yada yada. Yeah, it's $30 a year, and it's what, $2 a month kind of thing, you know. And I get people who complain about that.
Of course.
You know, but a band can join Allstage, have a free page, list their events, and it's still on the website and both apps.
Right.
And they don't get charged for it.
Right.
And that's where I'm really kind of expanding it now.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to pay that whole crushing $30 a year for extra things, you know, it's no different than if you order a car, the dealership doesn't give you a car loaded to the max with all the options.
Yeah.
You have to pay for it.
Yeah.
In my case, it costs you $2.20 a month.
Right. Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. What are like? Talk to me about some of the events and and even give me stories if you want of some of them, because I know because since you've started Allstage, one of the things that I do know about you is that you're very connected. You're kind of continuing on, going back to that, like hanging out at Parkwood and dealing with the veteran stuff. You've continued that off to some more stuff, right?
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
We're here in London. Barb and I are huge animal lovers. Allstage puts on an event in our driveway every year. The proceeds.
You do it at your house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have a ton of music friends.
Right.
And when you mention animals, bam, you got them in a good sense.
Yeah.
Because they relate to that.
Right.
Everybody has the same attitude about people who abandon dogs or abuse animals.
Mm-hmm.
So we do this thing. People jump on board, and they love it because we live in a cul-de-sac.
Okay.
So I already got clearance from the city and everything. So I put the bands and everything in my driveway. I supply all the back line. They come in. People bring their lawn chairs. They sit on the grass in the cul-de-sac. A whole bunch of musicians get up and play all day. And the whole price of admission is something for Salthaven, Brian Salthaven Wildlife Sanctuary,
Okay.
or Animal Alert.
Okay.
And we usually end up with 2 trucks worth of stuff.
Wow.
And so this is what we do. So with Allstage, I've been involved, and it's important to me. Kids with cancer, families who have all of a sudden come across some catastrophic illness that, like all of a sudden you've got 2 breadwinners, one's down,
Mm-hmm.
and they have bills pouring in. Crippled kids, we do a thing every year for Toys for Tots, but there's lots of bands and lots of musicians in the city who do the exact same thing with that. So yeah, charity is a big thing to us, and I really feel if you have an opportunity to give back, and you can tap into people of the same mindset that can help you accomplish something for somebody who's not in a good position in life,
Right.
it's your obligation to do it. And you will find, and I've always found this, if I've done charity events, I phone Doug Vardy or Sarah Smith or Brian Ballmer or whatever and say, look, I'm doing this charity event, can you help me out? And man, they're there in a heartbeat.
Every time, right?
Every time.
Don't forget you can subscribe to our full audio episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you find your audio podcasts. The full episodes, highlights, and our live off-the-floor performance videos can be found at our YouTube channel, and you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the AVB Podcast. Of course, you'll find links to our incredible sponsors and this week's guest in the description below. The AVB Podcast is part of the Border City Network. Find more great content at bordercitynetwork.com. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.